Alrighty, we are back, and this time looking at box plots, which means we've got to look at medians and interquartile ranges and lower quartiles and upper quartiles at the same time because they all go together. Okay, so here we go. First of all, let's have a look at all these things, just as I said. So first of all, it's a good idea to remember that a measure of spread is a range, and that generally goes with a mean. So if you throw two dice 10 times and their scores are added together, if you find the mean and the range for this data, so for the mean, you're going to add every one of these pieces of data together, 7 and 5 and 2 and 7 and 6 and 12 and 10 and 4 and 8 and 9. Okay, press equals, and then divide them by 10 because you had 10 different scores. Okay, just as I've done here. For the range, it's the smallest number and the biggest number. So the biggest number is 12 and the smallest number is 2. So 12 minus 2 is 10. Okay, everybody happy with that? Good job. Okay, so let's just talk about the median in a second. First of all, when you have a look at a range, it's not that great. So basically, by the time you get to year 11, the range is not going to be your friend. And the reason for that is that if you've got one low or one very high and it only takes one value, it can really stuff up what you're trying to say about the data. So often we use a median. So if you ask me what the class average is for a test, if we were doing a percentage test, I'd give you the median and the interquartile range, which is a mark around the middle 50% of the data. Okay, so let's have a look at this. So it's the middle set of a piece of data, but you have to order it first because it's not the middle if it's not ordered. Okay, so we've got Robert here hit 11 balls at Grimsby driving range. The quarter distances of his drives measured in yards are given below. Find the median distance for his drives. Okay, there's his data. So the first thing we've got to do is get that puppy in order. There she is. Now the median, there are 11 balls, so if you think about what the middle of 11 is, it's actually 6, right? Because you've got 5 either side, and the one in the middle is the 6th, okay? And remember, this is not the halfway, it's the median. Okay, so if we have a look at the 6th piece of data here, it's that one. And it's just one piece of data, so we'd read it straight off. Remember, if there are 2, we have to average them. Okay, 85 yards, good job. All right. Okay, this time we've made them hit 12. Now we're going to do the same thing. We're going to put them in order. There they are. And this time there are 12. So the middle of 12 is between the 6th and the 7th, right? Okay, cool. All right, so it's these two. So there are 2 pieces. Now if you count here, if we have a wee look here, you'll see there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces of data. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and these two right here are in the middle. Okay, so it's going to be the average of these two. The average, in other words, the mean of 85 and 95 is 90. Okay, so that's the median. Alrighty, patati, moving on. Okay, so let's have a look at this data here. So job 1 is to order it. Ooh, there she goes. Job 2 is we're going to find the median, and the median for this data is 8. Now, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So the median actually sits in between these 2 data values here. Can you see that? It's actually not either of these. It's actually sitting between. Now, in the lower half of data, okay, we have these numbers here. These are all the lower half of data. This is all the upper half of data. And if we find the middle of this lower set of data, that's what's called the lower quartile. Okay, so if you take the middle of that lower set of 6 data, it's between 5 and 6, so that's a lower quartile, which is 5.5. And if you do the same for the upper set, there's 6 pieces of data there, so the middle will be somewhere in here, in between these two. There it is, and so that's 9. Okay. And then the interquartile range is the distance between the upper quartile and the lower quartile. So that's 3.5. Okay, let's have a look at this again. Order the data. Okay, this time the actual median is a piece of data. Now, because it actually is a piece of data, all right, because there must be an odd number of pieces of data in the set. What you need to do is you don't include it. So I'm going to work out the lower quartile from this, ignore the median, and the upper quartile just from these 5 pieces. Okay, can you see those quartiles now? So it's literally find the median of the bottom. There she is. And then find the median of the top. There she is. And then you can work out the interquartile range, which is 6. Fantastic. Okay, so have a look at these. Got a battery life of 12 batteries, and there's the data. Now, the mean is 7.75 hours, and the range is 13 hours. We find the median is 8 hours, and the interquartile range is 3. So we've got 2 sets of information. We've got a mean and a range, and we've got a median and an interquartile range. Okay? Now, the key here is that the actual averages, the mean and the median, are pretty similar, but the interquartile range is a lot smaller, and that's because there are 2 very large numbers. There's a 2 and a 15, okay, that are much different from the middle set of data. That middle set of data is very compact, okay, and so the normal range is not very good. All right, in the next set of information you're going to turn this information into a box and whisker. So just stay tuned.